In this video, I want to discuss all the reasons why you're not losing weight on a vegan diet. And my intent with this video is to really go beyond the obvious and get down to the nitty-gritty. At one time or another, I have fallen prey to every single one of these. With kindness and with love, it's time to take an honest look at what you're really doing, where you're at, and the behaviors that you're consistently engaging on a daily basis. First up are the obvious ones. So if you are on a vegan diet and you just thought that you were going to just magically melt off pounds, it doesn't work that way. If you're eating processed foods in your diet, this makes a huge difference and will impede weight loss. If you're consuming oils, these are pure fat. These will not help you lose weight, and you can almost double the amount of calories that you're eating in a single sitting by adding oil to your meal. Kick out the processed sugars and the processed flours. These are doing you no favors when it comes to weight loss. You want to aim for fiber-rich, high water content foods, and these are of course found in fruits and vegetables, which will really bring weight loss and help you shed extra weight. I have videos on all of these topics, so please take a look at the description and watch what catches your eye. Number 2, you are just winging it. You can't just wing it. If we wait till the last second and just see what's gonna happen as our day unfolds, we will automatically go to the path of least resistance, which is what you've already been doing all of this time to get to where you are. You need to have a plan, whether that looks like meal planning, grocery shopping with a list in hand, making some things in advance, knowing what meals you're gonna have, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day laid out, if not written down, at least mentally, batch cooking some really easy staples to help you stay on track. It's not gonna happen ever for anyone if you don't give a little forethought and planning to yourself. And this is something where I see so many people just fall off the rails. Number 3 is you're eating all the right things. You're eating nice whole plant foods, but you're eating too much of them. And I can say from personal experience, I have been here many times. No matter what you're eating, portion sizes still matter unless you're only eating vegetables, which I don't recommend. There have been many times in my life, pregnancies included, when I've eaten really healthfully, but my portions were huge. Like, I was eating more than my husband. And yes, these were great foods to be eating and incorporating, and they were nutritious foods, but my frame, my body did not need that large of portions. So if you're eating a cup of peanuts or cashews every single day, and you're eating 5 cups of rice every single day, and you're 5'3", most likely that's not going to work for you. And the foods that you can eat more liberally are vegetables as well as fruits, but when it comes to the denser, still low calorie dense foods like grains and potatoes and beans and things like that, you do have to be mindful of portion sizes. And you may even start to see weight loss move just by implementing this trick alone. Number 4 is not exercising. Now, exercise is really not everything. What we put in our bodies comes into play so much more than exercise. But if you're not exercising at all, I really recommend that you add it in. This doesn't have to be crazy. Just start walking, get your body moving. If you do exercise already, try and get in some more vigorous activity at least 3 times a week. And this is also what tones up your body and gives you shape, is building your muscles as you're losing weight. And they really go hand in hand. Number 5 is not tracking your progress. Now, you don't have to track forever and ever, but things like tracking what you're eating on a daily basis are important in the beginning, because if you don't know how many calories, what your macros are, the amount of food that you're eating on a daily basis, it's really hard to tune in intuitively to being able to listen to your body tell you when it's full. I really believe in intuitively listening to your body, eating when you're just feeling a little bit hungry and stopping when you're satisfied and not over full. But for a lot of us, when we start out losing weight, those naturally built-in receptors are really out of whack. So I think that for some people, it's super important and super helpful to track food initially and see where you're at. Also, this goes with the scale and measurements and taking pictures of yourself on a weekly basis. Now, whatever your scale preference is, if you're afraid of the scale, or if you weigh yourself once a week, or if you like to weigh yourself every single day, I think it's important to just take the drama out of it. This is just a tool that you are using to see if your numbers are going up or down. Yes, there's water retention. Yes, your numbers will fluctuate. So taking an average between scale weighs as well as pictures that you don't have to show to anyone of yourself in a sports bra and shorts. Sometimes when the scale is not budging, you will see a difference in a picture. And also what you can't see on on the scale, or in a picture you may be able to see with a measuring tape. So do all of these things periodically to keep yourself on track and motivated and aware. It's so much easier to lose 2 pounds if you've overdone it than to have to go through the cycle of re-losing that same 10 pounds again. So keep some measures in place for yourself to track. Number 6, inconsistency and rewarding with food. This is what I've done my entire life pattern. Oh, I'm good for 2 days? Okay, great. I'm gonna make a pan of brownies to celebrate. So whether you've been good for a long period of time and you go on binge mode, completely screwing yourself over, or whether your cheat meal turns into a cheat weekend, or even on a daily basis, you're great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But at snack time, while you're preparing dinner, you're eating everything you're making. You're tasting it all. By the time you sit down to dinner, you've eaten a full dinner already. These things add up. The calories don't just magically disappear because you're not sitting down at the table. This is a really hard one, and I totally can identify. Even now, this is something that I have to really be mentally aware of so I don't fall into this pattern, because it's a completely natural one for me to want to fall into. Number 7 is having too much high plant food. Now, losing weight on a whole food plant-based diet works best when you're keeping it on the lower fat end. And I have a whole video about this, so I won't go into it too much. If you're having a whole avocado, or you're making a creamy cashew dip and you're having half a cup to a cup of that, that is not conducive to weight loss. Number 8 is the mental aspect of weight loss. And I feel like this is almost more important and lays the foundation for us when it comes to weight loss. You know, so many of us use food to celebrate, to soothe, to commiserate. You know, that conditioning starts at a very young age. There can be so many reasons why we eat that have nothing to do with physical hunger. We tend to look at our choices and our behaviors with a very forgiving eye and not so much of the truth. So taking an honest look at why you're eating, when you're eating. Is it out of habit? Is it because you feel lonely or depressed or you need to decompress? None of these have anything to do with actual physical hunger. There's so many other ways besides food to help soothe yourself or to decompress or redirect. It doesn't have to be food. Food doesn't do anything except for solve hunger. Number 9, you're not accountable to anyone. You can know all of the things, and if you're still not able to stick to them, it's not gonna work. So I really think accountability is a huge key to weight loss and maintaining that weight loss. Now, as you know, I work as a nutritionist and I work a lot with people on weight loss because I love it. I love to see you guys succeed. But if you don't have the means to hire a coach, then talk to a friend or a sister or a brother or somebody to keep you accountable so that you have someone face to face or in the phone or over the phone. Hey, how did you do today? Oh, I screwed up. Hey, how did you do today? I did really good. I went to the gym. This really is powerful. When you're looking at a piece of cake and deciding whether or not to go behind your own back and do that while you're trying to lose weight, in the back of your mind, you might have, oh, I'm going to talk to Michele, or I'm going to talk to Angie, or I've got to talk to whomever tomorrow. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay strong so that I can let them know when I talk to them, I did what I said what I was going to do. Stop telling yourself the lie that you're going to start over tomorrow, because most likely it won't happen. And when you have a little bit of accountability, this really helps you stay on track. And my number 10 reason that you may not be losing weight is maybe you do have an underlying health condition. Now, 9 times out of 10, this is not the case. And if you're able to take the information I gave you in this video and really hone in on it, you will find that you will start to lose weight. But there are people who do have hormonal imbalances, thyroid issues, adrenal fatigue that is very severe. And these kind of issues or any underlying health condition could potentially be stalling weight loss for you. But before jumping to conclusions for yourself without any sort of testing, give the other tips a try and see if you can move the needle. I'm really curious. Please let me know which tip resonated with you the most and which you feel you have to take an honest look on your weight loss journey. That is the best way that you can honestly, truly cue into what your particular pitfalls are. I can tell you from personal experience, you will regain your freedom. Don't lose courage. Don't give up. Watch these videos right up here for even more inspiration and how to actually get unstuck. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.